Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to use how to use the Tonfa. In my previous video you were interested about how to use the Tonfa and you asked me how do I do it, like do I have some videos about it? I did not, so I thought I'd make up this video and teach you some basic Tonfa moves. If you have a Tonfa, that's very good, but maybe you don't know how to use it. It's similar to a nunchaku, but it's also very different. So it's a very useful tool. Many police officers in many countries, they have it, but they don't use two, they only use one. So I learned to use two simultaneously. What you need to do is get ready and let's do some Tonfa action. As you can see, it has a long side and a short side. This is the handle that you have to hold on to. You can use this part, and the whole part, and even the end of the handle for attacking or defense. When you buy a Tonfa for yourself, make sure that this part, the longer part of the Tonfa, is longer than your elbow. So as you can see here, this is longer. It doesn't have to be too much longer, but it should not be shorter because then it's not protecting your elbow and you're not using it to its fullest potential. It's very important to try out the handle. It shouldn't move. It should be stuck. It stays there, it doesn't move. So it's one piece and it's made well. This is solid wood, not that heavy, but not too light either. Many people just use it like this, but this is not how you use it. The way you use it is to hold the handle, make sure the outer part is facing outwards, and it has to be always aligned with your arm. Make sure it's like this. So this is like the basic stance when you're getting ready to do anything. What you can do is do a strike from here, strike from there. You're using this part of the Tonfa. You can always turn it, as you can see here. This is more like a punch forward, still using this part. You can use it to do the back, make sure that nobody is behind you or no wall is there. So do the back and you're using this part. So one back, one back. Then you can use it as a defense, like you're using your arm, but this is obviously more harder. This is wood rather than your arms. So this is for protection as well. You can use the sides to the side and you can use the handle part as a striking method. So if somebody's there, it's also a strike. You can use this one. So first, holding on to it and fighting with it, that's just one thing. But what you need to learn is how to get this thing done. So this is basically just doing one circle. It's very important when you practice anything like this, make sure that your sleeves are a little bit more rolled up so it wouldn't get stuck in it. It happened to me many times, so I usually just put it up. So when you do this, you have to have like control of the Tonfa. As you can see here, it's designed that you can hold it between the two fingers, like this, the index finger and your thumb. So it still holds on, but you need to do this twisting technique. So you twist and turn. Now this is what you need to practice, is hold on to it and just do a twist. Now the way you do it is make sure that when you release the Tonfa, you're still holding on to it, but not too hard, because if you hold on to it too hard, it's not gonna move. Then just hit yourself and not gonna move anywhere. But what you wanna do is do a slight release with the palm, still hold on to it, and you have to do this circle. I know it looks easy, it is difficult. So let's try it again together. Hold on to it, trying to show it from the side. Maybe you can see it better. And when you do the twist, you sort of release it, but only in a way that it can go around. So this is just like a basic twist, twirl, whatever you say. This is like one. You have an opponent and you do this, obviously it's not gonna come back here because it's stuck. So this is one turn, you can do it to the back as well. So 1, 2, same way, 1, 2. Oh, if it doesn't get stuck here. This is the first move that you need to realize how to do. So 1 and then back. The back way is similar. So when you release it, make sure you don't hit yourself in the side or whatever. So make sure it's far away, and then when you release it, make sure it doesn't hurt anything. So you have to have a distance from your body, and then turn it. Now the way you do it is to release, slight release, as it turns, and then it comes back, and immediately after that you hold on to it. So hold on to it, release, hold. Okay? Same thing when you go out, when you go back in. So that's the same. You can do this from the side, like this, but you can do it to up and down. If you have this position with the Tonfa, you can do a back flip, or you can do a down flip, basically. What's very important is when you do it, make sure it stays next to your arm. So back, and then back. It's very difficult to get it back, so don't worry about it. And make sure that when you use it, it doesn't hit you in the side or the head or anything. I hit myself in the side and the head many ways. It happens, you hit yourself in the elbow. It's okay, don't worry, but you have to make sure that you know what your distance is. And it also happens that your palm is going to get sweaty. And when it gets sweaty, and you cannot hold on to this perfectly. So I usually use this baby powder, and you open it, and then you put it on a little bit, not too much. This is what gymnasts use as well. We might use some different. And then you get this together and you have this nice layer. And now you get Tonfa, and it's going to slide much easier. Can you see the difference from previously? Oh yeah. So this is how it works, and then you can do these kinds of tricks. It's very good. This is the thing that you need to realize, how to release the grip on the Tonfa to do the strike. So again, there are two things that I would like you to practice. One is just this rolling motion. Try to figure out, oh, how does it work? Like, you have to know how your hands are working together with the arms and the Tonfa. The other thing is stopping it. So this is like, you can go on for this like a long time. You can do circles, you can go back, you know, all these kinds of things. But what's important is to hold Tonfa and have it stay there. So this is also, you can do it with two, down, up, back, flip, up. So these are the techniques that you have to learn. Make sure there is no wall behind you. So again, you can do combinations later. So back, up, down, back. You can practice only with one arm first, but I urge you to practice with two, because it doesn't matter if you are more right-handed or left-handed, you need to be harmonious with the two parts of your body. So it's very good if you can do it with the right hand. It's even better if you can do it with your left hand. And if you can do it together, that would be great. Let's do it again. Do a punch, forward, back, flip, down, and back up. When you do this kind of twist to the front and to the back, or up in the head if somebody's behind you, or if somebody is behind you and this goes to the groin area. So those are the techniques that we need to learn. Again, there is the forward flip and hold on to it. Again, forward flip and twisting it back. There's an up, and this goes over. So you hit the person and you go back. I do it like a little extra twist, but actually if you just do up, back, down, back. But if you want to do it quickly, just do this and then go back. Same thing, back, down, back, up. And then you can just do this. Try to figure out how this Tonfa moves with you. It's like elongating your arms. So that's what a Tonfa is basically. Elongating your arms and your reach. Again, I'm here, I can only reach to here. But with this, if I flip it out, I can reach much further. And again, what I would like you to practice is the stopping motion. So when you do this, make sure that you stop it when you come back. Again, so do the front flip, hold on to it, do it back, hold on to it, do up, hold, do down, and get back. So those are the basic moves that I think they are really good to practice, and then you can do them together. So if you have both arms out, this is the basic move. Then you go down together, then you go up again, down, and then go back up. If you're gonna go up, then you use both and do the head, then you go back. So this is a very good, useful way to learn Tonfa. It's actually very difficult, so don't worry about it. You have to practice a lot. But then again, if you know how to get it back, that's very important, and just hold on to it once it's here. For me, that's the most difficult part, because your fingers and your grip gets tired after a while holding on to it. So you have to practice it a lot. Okay, like, can you see my hands right now? Like, I've been shooting this video, so I've been doing a lot, but otherwise, you have to stop like soonish when it gets like really red, like mine, and do something else, do some kicking or something, and then come back to the Tonfa. I had sore fingers and like sore grip for days in the first times when I was practicing this. So just be mindful when you practice it, and don't be surprised, because this is actually hard work. And it's not just hard work for your body to know how to stop this, it's also for your mind. Because when you're experiencing something like this is not a regular technique. This gives you a better coordination. So if you can do it with both arms and do it simultaneously, or do it one after another, and if you can do it, then you can learn sort of a better coordination in just general, so in the real world as well, not just in the dojang. So I urge you to try with both arms and practice with both arms. It's very difficult. It's like doing the nunchucks with two arms at the same time. It's not easy, but it's difficult. So let's do it. Very good thing about the Tonfa is that there are these set rules how you do it, but then you combine them however you want to. Like, nobody tells you what to do, what not to do, because it's your creativity, what you can do. There are certain techniques that you can put together. So like, for example, this, and then go back, and then try to make sure that they are the same place at the same time. So what I'm trying to say is, don't be worried if your one hand is better than the other. It's gonna get better, and it just takes some practice. For me too, like, I'm still practicing. This is a very useful training because it's so different than any other training that you can do. Because as you train these like circular motions, twisting and hitting and stuff like that, it's very different. So it's very useful. This is a very effective tool. This is very useful, and it's very effective. So no wonder that you can use it. And very good thing is that you know control. So you can always do one, go back, but if you can hold it, now that's the good thing. You need to practice even with the target. So if you have a target in front of you and your goal is, of course, to go through it. Just like when we punch through a wooden block, punch through it. But you need to also be accurate, and you have to make sure that you're precise and you have control over your technique. So when you have something in front of you, try to practice. Even if you have just a ribbon down from the ceiling or anything, and just try to hold it before. So when you hold the Tonfa and you know how you do the control and how you stop yourself, that's very important. Please let me know in the comments below if you have a Tonfa at home, or maybe you didn't know how to use it, or now you know how to use it, or if you have any tips for me how to practice it, because I'm very interested in learning things about Tonfa and other martial arts weapons. So I really like the Tonfa. It's a very good, useful tool, and I encourage you to learn it. It's very simple, but it needs a lot of practice, just like anything else. So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for new videos every week. See you later. Bye!